A warning for parents tonight as your kids start to deal with back-to-school stress. Experts warn they may turn to a new drug that may shock you. While the dangers of heroin, prescription pills, and bath salts are well known, we're learning about a common spice in your kitchen cabinet some are using. News 4's Mark Santia has more on that and how you can stay ahead of your teen.
Back to school. For teens, it can mean back to stress, back to deadlines, back to peer pressure.
Back to school, new friends, new opportunities, see who can get what.
This is Jack, a self-described garbage head, a kid who would use anything in hopes of getting high.
Then pills, I went on to heroin and eventually led to me doing heroin and crack. But I tried everything else in between.
The Long Island native started using when he was just 15 years old, a freshman in high school. Jack says this time of year is when teenagers, especially new users, will experiment with drugs.
It could be any kid. It can happen anywhere. I didn't plan on this.
While you know about the dangers of heroin, prescription pills, and bath salts, Jack says parents need to be aware of the latest trends like huffing Freon gas from air conditioning units to something that could be in your kitchen cupboard right now. This is nutmeg. Yeah, nutmeg. You may use it for your favorite recipe. Some kids are using it to try to get high.
Found out about the nutmeg, and I just went and bought it, and you have to eat a lot of it, and get very nauseous, and it's horrible.
After hearing about it online, Jack decided to try the common kitchen spice.
Pretty nauseous. I was sick as a dog.
How many times did you think you tried nutmeg?
Twice.
From Long Island to Manhattan.
Here it starts again. It's September. And so they have all of this sort of coming at them, and we want to keep them sober.
Here at the New York Center for Living, Executive Director and Director of Clinical Services Dr. Jill Backfield says the beginning of the school year means parents must be educated in not only trends but techniques on how young people try to keep their drugs under the radar.
Kids also have very novel ways of hiding drugs in the house. I've seen drugs in lipstick tubes. I've seen it, hidden in electronic equipment.
Helping local families heal from the destruction of addiction, Dr. Backfield says kids are getting ideas for new possible highs, not only from their peers, but social media.
Kids are getting formulas as to how to hide drugs, use drugs, which drugs to use. It's almost like they can just access it anytime they want.
I'm really happy to be clean and everything.
Back at the Phoenix house on Long Island, where Jack has been on the road to recovery for months, this 21-year-old says he shared his story to hopefully spare one life, one family, from the pain of addiction that many times begins with the beginning of school. It may sound extreme, but experts say to keep your kids clean, you need to take inventory. Know how many prescription pills you have in the bottle, and yes, how much nutmeg you have in the cupboard. Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Keep an eye on everything.